beautiful ladies and gentlemen. I am truly so excited today. I'm going to introduce beautiful Christine to you, and you will hear her incredible story and how she is changing the world by one lady, one busy mom at a time. So, my beautiful Christine, can you please introduce yourself? And our show is going to be a little bit different because I still need to quickly work on your video. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and then I'm going to play beautiful Natalie's video, and then I am going to let you start your story. But I will go off camera if you don't give me. I will come back as soon as I can,
Yeah,
and then we take it from there. So, my beautiful Christine, can you please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
yeah. So I'm Christine Williamson, and I am from Surrey, BC, Canada. So it's a part of Vancouver, Canada. And I live here with my husband and our two girls.
Wow, that's amazing. And we've got a regular looking at our show today is beautiful Michelle. She said, watching good morning from Kansas in the USA. But before we start with the show, I just wanted to wish all my beautiful American friends happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July. And I know that there's going to be lots of fireworks and everywhere where people is going to have beautiful lunches and dinners. Please let in every moment count if you are with your family. So, my beautiful Christine, I am going to play our sponsor for this show's video. It's Natalie McQueen. She's our publisher of our book. Did you get a copy of our book, Soul of a
I
Diamond?
did, yes.
And do you have it there? I just
I
quickly want
don't.
to.
I have it downstairs in my reading corner. I
Oh,
realized that.
okay.
Oh, actually, I do because I have the new one. Do you want me to run and get it?
Hey, we're gonna play her video and then you
Okay.
can run. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Here we go.
Hi there. My name is Natalie McQueen. I'm the founder of Gifts of Legacy. I am a book publisher and a legacy designer. I am thrilled to introduce my talking journal. This unique journal features recorded messages from 100 trailblazing contributors that we call our masters and mavens. Imagine a journal that you can hold in your hands and get daily prompts of inspiration from these mentor experts. I invite you to be one of our masters and mavens in our first edition on gratitude for $49. This is a low-cost, high-impact alternative to traditional publishing. I cannot wait to hear your inspirational message.
Wow. So Natalie have helped us um, achieve 70 accolades. That's
I
incredible.
know.
And I was, most of the time when she changed it, I was there. I saw what she did. She has miracles, not in her hands only, but a wisdom as well. And I don't have a copy. I just have a paper that I got in New York, but beautiful. Just keep it here in front of you. Yes, and beautiful Christine has a copy, and we've got the bestseller seal on. So truly
Yeah.
excited. So my beautiful Christine, you can start anywhere with your story. I just quickly want to. There's another message from Michelle. She said, "Thank you, Sanit." So you can start anywhere on your story. I am gonna quickly remove myself out of the studio. I will still be here and I will hear you, but I will quickly do your video. I love
Okay.
you.
I love you
Okay.
too. Well, I think it's kind of difficult to know where to start with my story. I think a big part is that we have our youngest is a special needs, multi diagnosed child. And although she is an adult now, she needs a full time care. And so, where I think I'll start is that I gave everything for the first 16 years of of her life dedicated to her and my family. And what that landed for me was in a dangerous, life altering, threatening burnout. And so what that taught me through that was that I needed to look after myself as well. The thing was is that I didn't want to sacrifice my family with that. I didn't want to lose them in the process, and so I worked really hard at being able to find a place where I could fit in. I mattered too in the family, and it wasn't just about them. It also wasn't just about me. And so that journey started for me in 2017. And through that, I have learned so much. I ended up going back to school. There's so many different things that I realized I'm not alone in this journey. There are so many moms that are overwhelmed. There's so many moms that are overstretched, and they don't want to sacrifice their family. Everything in them loves their family. It's just that they've also forgotten that they also need the love and care and attention that they give their families. And as a child that grew up with abuse and neglect, I had to relearn and reparent and understand what it meant to nurture. Needed to understand what it meant to take care of myself, to replenish uh, what was in me to give needed to actually come from a source within me. So I think that that was probably the beginning for me to really understand the value in which I have as a mother, the value in which I had as a wife, and most importantly, the value that I have as an individual and as the woman that I am. That a wife and a mother are things that I do. It's not who I am. And when I really embraced who I am at my core, was when I was able to start loving from a place of overflow instead of a place of desolation, a place of desperation, like that desert feeling that there is just nothing left to give. And now, what is inside me is truly what I can give to other people because I'm also giving it to myself. And I love to talk about the power of and what that means for me is that two opposing things can be equally true. And so I can be exhausted and I can also see the beauty in every day. I can be sad, I can feel devastated, and I know that the universe is organizing around my success. And the two of those things then brought me to a place that I can actually live and operate in that duality and bringing those things together. And so as a mom, we're constantly being pulled in a million different directions. And this mom guilt that we often feel, when we can embrace that and look at what it is that I'm really feeling underneath that guilt and meet those needs, that and can create a ripple effect. And this idea of the soul of a diamond, in which we wrote in that book, that resilience and joy, is something now that I live every day. And learning how to nurture myself from a place of wholeness instead of brokenness. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you so much. Your video is done, but now it's just downloading. Wow, you will not know what I had to do with that. Oh my goodness. And Phantom, I
Oh,
don't like Phantom of the Opera.
no.
No Phantom. Oh wow. My beautiful Christine, that is so beautiful. And when first had a chat with you and you were talking about a total burnout, I didn't even know what that means, because I never heard somebody say that it's a total burnout. And I
Yeah,
know I normally don't ask questions in between, but I know there were some other people that were also asking about the total burnout. So maybe if you can just spend a few seconds there and then you can continue with your story, and
absolutely.
maybe tell us what a total burnout is, and then also what are you doing at the moment to prevent that? But even if you can tell this at the end, or just matter where you want to fit this
Yeah,
in
I
your
can
story.
I can totally do that. So what happened for me is that my body was giving out. And so I was having a whole bunch of physical symptoms and also mental and emotional. And it was like my body was giving up. My organs were shutting down. There and the problem was is that there wasn't any one disease. There was just my body had reached a point where it couldn't give anymore. And no matter how hard I pushed, there was just nothing left. And so when I ended up in the hospital, my kidneys weren't working properly, my liver wasn't working properly, um, my like particularly the kidneys, the adrenal glands, and then that was just putting so much more. My thyroid wasn't working, so my hair was falling out. um, I couldn't keep food in. My pee was a different color. There's just all of these things physically. And so it wasn't just about a mental or emotional burnout. My body was burnt out. There was just nothing left in the tank to give. And so the ER doctor that saw me in the hospital that particular day said that if I don't change something, I would not be around to be with my family. That something really had to change. And so I literally, when I say I gave everything to my family, I gave everything. And it when I look back at that, it's not that I don't love them, and that's why like the and is so important to me, because the part that was missing was me. I was not doing anything to nurture myself. I wasn't doing anything to care for myself. And it's not about going and getting your nails done either. Like, that sounds nice, but that isn't actually the self care. And that's why, like, I changed. And when I work with moms with this, I talk a lot about self nurturing, because it's deeper than just taking care of us, like going to the spa or having a cup of coffee or any of those things. Those things are also important, but it really was about looking inside of us and what is it that we need. And I have it saying right here by my desk, like, what is my body saying to me right now? What will nurture, what will nourish, and what will replenish me right now? And I'm listening. And when you listen to that from that standpoint, your body knows what it needs. Your heart knows, your spirit knows. And when you come from that component, it's almost like then you do have more capacity to work with those that you love. And it really is about both. It's not about all about you, and it's also not all about them. And that's what I had to learn coming through that complete burnout.
So my body is telling me to take three deep breaths.
Yes.
Christine and me will know what happened with the video.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so let us take three deep breaths, and then we will.
Yes. Let's do
Then I will.
it.
Then I will play your video. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Here we go. In, exhale. Another one in, exhale. Last one in, exhale. Wow, I needed that. Thank you, my
Me
beautiful
too.
Christine. I will always remember that. Are you ready to see
I
your video?
am. I'm a little nervous, but yes, I am.
Okay, here we go, my girl.
Okay, let's see it. Hi, I'm Christine Williamson, a transformational life coach and founder of Beacon of Hope Heart-Centered Coaching. I am so excited to be a part of the new book, Soul of a Diamond. In this collaboration, we share powerful stories of healing, resilience, and joy, and I am truly honored to be a part of it. Here at Beacon of Hope, I support and partner with overwhelmed and overstretched moms, empowering them to take care of themselves without sacrificing their families. By nurturing these incredible women, we impact families and invest in the next generation each and every day. Oh, that turned out amazing! You are a miracle worker.
I'm so happy you love it, my girl. I'm so happy. I was hearing you, then I had to see where did you stop so that I can stop it if there's any space for me to stop it. So I was listening and doing that. And that's why I said, when you ask me, you ask yourself if your body, what do you need? And I said, I needed three deep breaths.
Yes.
This was the only one ever that I had to do a video while my guest was on the show. Ooh, I'm so happy you love it. I will be sending it to you and you can use it as your own commercial. And at the end, you will see there's a banner, and that banner will go into the Diamond Moment magazine for August. And I will
Okay.
do an amazing article, a two-page spread article for you to say, I'm so proud and I'm so happy that you are part of Soul of a Diamond. So, my beautiful Christine, you are welcome to continue with your story. And I am now here for you, and I will not. And if I see you get stuck, you can just, and I will ask you a question.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's hard to know where to start with the story, right? Because like there's we live so much each and every day, and that was part of when I was figuring out really what I wanted to do with my business. That each and every day was really important to me because uh, for me sometimes what I can give in a day isn't as much as what I can give on a different day, and that's okay. And so the each and every day component means you show up as you are each and every day. And I think that it's not just for moms, I think for all of us. And with my daughter, who is special needs, as I said, she lives with extreme chronic pain as one of the, she has a complex genetic syndrome as one of the multi things that she has, and is in extreme pain every day. And sometimes getting out of bed hurts her. And the reminder for her is the same that I've had to give to myself. It's okay. Because each and every day you show up where you are, who you are, because who you are doesn't change just because your body is in a different state. And I think as moms too, we often, there are some days that the overwhelm is so much we think, I'm failing my family. And the answer to that is no, you're not. You're not failing them. And the importance that we bring to show our children the the real parts of us. And for me, I guess a snippet of my story was quite a few years ago now. Our oldest is one of those kids that if you only had that one kid, you think that you were like the perfect parent. Like they're just that easy to raise. That's our oldest. And one day I said to her, how did you get to be so amazing? And she quit back. She's like, well, Mom, I do what you say, not what you do. And I was like,
Oh,
ow. And
wow.
and and she was right. That was the thing. Because
Oh,
like the things that I told her were important to do, I wasn't doing for myself. And so that
wow.
that duality then caused me to be like, oh, yeah, I've raised my kids to be transparent, and here I am not sharing the hard parts of me with my kids. And so that changed for me in that moment, that yeah, you know what, there are some days that are a lot harder than others, and I started to then share that experience with my kids. And now it's the opposite. Now all of her friends hang around, and I have a fantastic relationship with them. And one of the things they all say is they feel that they can say anything to me. And I realize part of that is because I'm no longer afraid to hide those parts of me that may not be so glamorous. And anytime like that nervousness comes over me, like I was feeling really nervous about doing this interview, this idea of being out in front of other people. And and my daughter last night was like, "Mom, that's what you're called to do." I'm like, "Right, okay, this is what I'm called to do." You know, brilliant and perfect. And so the shirt that I'm actually wearing is imperfectly perfect. So there's a reason why I have that shirt, because I'm imperfectly perfect. And so that each and every day, that's what that stands for, is that as moms, uh, our empowered selves, when we can, it also means impacting our families, and it also means investing in the future generations each and every day, regardless of where our energy is, where our mindset is, where our physical body is capable of. And I really have learned a lot through our daughter, um, with all of her challenges, because there are some days that her ability to be really present is hard, and yet her being, um, in that, us sharing in that with her, creates those bonds and that connection that we have. So that's also a little bit of the snippet of our story.
Well, I definitely, one of the wish lists I will put on it, I will come and hug you and your two brilliant daughters and your husband. That is one
Yes,
of the wish lists I
we would
want to
be
do.
honored to have you. It would be
Wow.
so great.
I would, I would, I would love to say to your oldest daughter, thank you for showing up for your mom. Because I remember as a parent as well, you wanted the best for your children, but I didn't do a good example at making sure that I am the best myself to be their mom, the best mom I
Yeah,
could be.
I know. I know. I know.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. And then what I wanted to ask, your daughter, your daughter, that your second born daughter,
Yeah,
and I'm sure she also, you learn a lot of lessons from her
a
as well.
lot. Yes, a lot. You know, I think one of the things, like, I started telling her right from the beginning of her life, even before we knew the extent of all of her challenges, is that she was like the piece that completed our family. And even with knowing all of this, she still does. And that is something that I tell her all the time, that yes, I know you have all of these challenges, and your ability to care for other people, your ability to keep showing up, your ability to be down and out and keep going, that resilience, so much of it, um, that was a huge part of my own rebuild, is being there, you know, for them, as much as because she keeps doing that herself. And no matter the amount of her pain load, no matter the challenges, you know, mentally or emotionally or psychologically as well, like all of that, there's so much going on with her. And she's still a bright light. She's still there for other people. She still is that final piece that made our family, you know, the family of four. and and really also what I've also told her is that expansion of them bringing other people into our family, that we're more than a family of four because of all these other people now that come into our life. And part of that was because she needs such an extensive medical team, we always have other people coming. And so having them feel just as welcome is a very important part, and seeing her ability to, because one of the other things she has is autism. And so all of the change and all of those things can be really difficult for her. And she keeps learning and she keeps adjusting, and she keeps developing in ways that they said would never happen. And we were like, we'll find a way, because our brains are this amazing thing that we can find different ways of being. And that lesson came from her. Whether she totally understands that or not, we have learned a lot through that with her.
That is incredible. My heart is overwhelmed, because sometimes you are thinking you have this amount of stuff and that your life is hard, but you don't have a clue. And
Yeah,
there was one of the things is that some people judge other people, but they're not walking in those people's shoes, and
yeah,
nobody's walking in your daughter's shoes.
yeah, yeah. And that there's something with that. And when I talk about the power of the and, that's what creates the power of possibility. Because there are things in life that are really, really hard. There are things in our life, there are things in other people's lives that are very, very hard. And we can see the beauty in each day. And we can connect with other people, and we can create community. And it's within that and then that power of possibility becomes possible. And that's why I choose to live in the power of possibility, in that and, because yes, there are times that I weep. There are things in life that are truly challenging, and there is something in each day that can bring me to my knees in gratitude every day. And I need to be able to see both, to feel both. It's not about just looking at the gratitude and ignoring all the hard. It's also not about just focusing on the hard and not being able to see the amazing. And that this idea of the power of the and was what saved my life years ago. And I know other people call it different things. For me, I just called it the power of and, because to me there was so much power, and the empowerment that came from that then was where I found the power of possibility.
Wow. The first time you sent me your golden nugget, the ant. Okay, I didn't understand it because it's the first time I saw it. But then you explained to me, and I fell in love with it, and I had to put in my hot glasses because I love your ant. And I also not to try and use but, and I also try to make sure that but is replaced by and.
Yes.
But I love it. I've got goosebumps all over my beautiful Christine. I am sure you have blown so many people with your ant.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the my husband right now, in again, like, sharing a vulnerable time, my husband is in burnout right now and is struggling with some of those things. And the and is what's really helping him, because there is so much power in being able to express the depth of pain, to be able to bridge over to that love and gratitude, to peace, to joy. And and for me, that's like the life-saving blood. And what I try to share with other people, it's like the blood transfusion, and is that creator for that, because we can't escape the challenges in life, and we also don't want to miss um, all the amazing, all the gifts, all the lessons, all the learnings. And it's together, it's that weaving that then creates that bridge, that creates that transfusion, that transformation, that then, because both are real, both is possible, both is very it's very real in our lives, and so often we try to uh, ignore the pain, and it gets louder. We try to ignore the grief, and it gets louder. And I one of the things that I had learned was ambiguous grief, and it's different than the grief when you lose someone or something, because it's ongoing. And so there's a lot of ambiguous grief when you're dealing um, with special needs, and particularly with our daughter, um, because there's progression in a lot of her challenges, and so uh, we don't know life expectancy. And so there it's not just that, it's that, there isn't graduation or driving or, being able to live on her own. And so, we're about to celebrate our 28th wedding anniversary, and it's like we have a small child. We can't just go wherever we want to go or do whatever we want to do. It takes a lot of effort. And that doesn't mean that we can't deepen our love for one another. And so understanding this ambiguous grief and allowing the waves to come over us, it also then allows us to really feel the sweetness of our family, the sweetness of the life that we have. And we can't really understand the depths of the grief or the sweetness without acknowledging both. And so that's where the beacon of hope came in, was that not only do I really feel to be that beacon of hope for other moms, the truth is, beacon of hope, we all have that, because hope is a skill. It's a muscle that we can continue to build. It's not a feeling. And so it's within all of us. And what I believe is my role as a coach for other moms is to show them that they have that muscle within them, and they themselves are their own beacon of hope. And to be able to continue that forward with other moms is really what my life is about, to really help shift the next generations to come, to heal that trauma, to heal the abuse and the devastation that keeps coming, that beacon of hope can um, really make a difference in the next generations that are coming up after us.
Wow. I love it when I saw first of all, when I saw my Beacon of Hope coach, I saw it on Instagram. And I
Okay.
thought, wow, that is you. That is fitting. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And then when you sent me your information, and I thought, wow, because for me, hope is love. Because
Mm,
hope is love and life. Because if there's hope, there's still life. So when
yes.
I saw that, I thought, wow, you are incredible. You are incredible. So, my beautiful Christine, um, you are helping ladies to notice, moms, busy moms to notice the symptoms of burnout.
Yeah.
Can you tell
Yes.
us a little bit about that?
Yeah, because by the time that you're in like serious burnout, uh, it's not that it's too late, but there's so many symptoms leading up to that, that if we can help you to see those things. And so some of those things are the irritability, the not being able to sleep, difference in appetite, uh, crying a lot. Um, for me, one of the things that I started doing was night drinking. And so after everyone had gone to bed, one glass of wine turned to two, turned to three, and really that was a signal that something really wasn't right. And we're so conditioned in the world that, even, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but every Mother's Day card, is about the mom that gave everything to her family and does everything for them and looks after them and does this and does that. And we're conditioned in the world that if we want to do anything for ourselves, well, then we don't really love our family. There's something
Mm.
wrong with us if we don't want to be whatever to our family. And that's just not true. And I like to consider myself a rebel against societal norms. Like, let's talk about this. Let's like unpack this and undo this and look around and be like, do we really need to be like this? Because most of the time, the answer is no, we do not. And so, when we can acknowledge some of those things, when we can start looking at our exhaustion levels, the amount of overwhelm that we feel, the amount of resentment. And that was another sneaky one, too, that you just start to, you're not really liking your life anymore. And again, you say, yeah, I totally love my family. And inside, you really also want to say, and I just want a break. And all of that is normal. And the more that we can talk about that, the more that we can discuss those things that we're afraid to say, because in society it might make us look like we're not that great of a mom. And the truth is, every mom out there wants a break. Every mom
Exactly.
out there, their kids kind of drive them nuts. Their spouse is driving them nuts. Their work is driving them nuts. If they have to hear one more time, what's for dinner, a head's gonna roll. Like there's so many different things like that all of that is symptoms that something isn't right. And most of the time, what I'm finding, what isn't aligned is us. We're not aligned with who we are. We've forgotten that because we've
Mm.
made the role of mom, the role of wife, the role if we're working outside the home or inside the home, because now there's so many different hats that we wear, that who are we? And when we can align with that, it's like the ability to create the space for both is where the expansion happens. Because now, this idea of carving out time for yourself, no, it's not about carving out time. It's about realizing that you are a part of this equation. Your kids wouldn't be around if it wasn't for you.
Exactly.
Like, you are an important part of this equation. And so, just like you make sure they're fed, they're taken care of, you've bandaged their wounds, you've listened to their tears, you've done all of this stuff. When was the last time you did that for yourself? And so, acknowledging and becoming aware of all of those symptoms, you can avoid complete burnout, because once we start acknowledging those things, and sometimes you can just do simple, like for me, I mean, and I was in complete burnout, but it was 5 seconds a day. That's where I started, was just acknowledging myself, and then it was able to grow. It's not that it has to take a whole lot of time, but the time that you put in, it compounds and it grows just like it does for your family.
And after hearing your story when we had a coffee chat, well, I didn't know all, but we had an amazing coffee chat.
We did.
But we danced with Beyonce. I was here, and after this, I have made a note in my book. Wow, her song is her. Please tell
Right.
us about your forever song.
Oh my goodness, yes, that song, I Was Here. And I think that, for so many of us as moms, that is it, right? That we make all of this impact. And I know that I was born for more. That being a mom, that being a wife, and I mean, I'm married to my best friend. We've been, best friends since we were 11. So there's lots there, and there's more. There's more of an impact. There's more of a shift. There's more transformation, and being a part of that tsunami of love for moms, igniting their empowerment, to help them to be able to impact their own families, to invest in the next generation. That's what I'm made for. That's who I am. And my own journey as a mom is a part of that. My own journey as an individual is a part of that.
Oh, you are so deep. So, my beautiful one, I am going to play your video once more. I had to.
Okay.
I just have to. Are you ready?
I am. You did such an amazing job with it.
What is your favorite colors?
um, I like those deep, like Christmas red, royal purple, forest green, and all the blues of the ocean.
Okay,
So
so
I don't have one. So
when I was doing your video, I thought, I remember and just yesterday, I told you to follow me on LinkedIn because I cannot tag you, but I remember your banner was all purpley and white.
yes,
Unfortunately, your banner, your sparkles in the back is white and purple, so that's what
perfect.
I did.
Yes,
But
because I picked that for my business because there's something about purple and silver sparkles that I think draws out that empowerment for women. So
so then
that's why I
this
did it.
is perfect.
Yes, it is.
So I just thought, okay, I didn't never ask you your color, but I can remember. And the purple and the pink was and the white was so beautiful because of
Isn't
hope.
it?
It's like hope.
Exactly. It is. It is. And so yeah, that's why I chose them because together it just it does. It like brings that focus of hope, which is yeah.
Definitely. So are you ready for your
I
video?
am. I am.
Here we go.
Hi, I'm Christine Williamson, a transformational life coach and founder of Beacon of Hope Heart Centered Coaching. I am so excited to be a part of the new book Soul of a Diamond. In this collaboration, we share powerful stories of healing, resilience, and joy, and I am truly honored to be a part of it. Here at Beacon of Hope, I support and partner with overwhelmed and overstretched moms, empowering them to take care of themselves without sacrificing their families. By nurturing these incredible women, we impact families and invest in the next generation each and every day.
Now the colors even is now more beautiful, just as you and your family. My beautiful Christine, we almost finished with our show. Can you believe it?
I know, it's crazy.
Can you tell us what advice do you have for busy, busy, busy mums, please?
Oh, that is a really good question. I'm going to say reach out. There's always time to reach out. Build community. We trick ourselves into thinking that other moms have it all together. And one of my favorite movies is actually called Bad Moms, and the idea that you're kind of getting tired of actually having it look like you have it all together, and so let's be bad moms and let's not pretend we have it all together, and we're just gonna do our own thing. And there's something about that, like reach out and find your tribe, and that's one of the things for me. I'm starting uh, like a free gathering for moms called like the Moms Oasis, and it's going to be for moms to be able to come together and to just be, to come as you are, and to leave feeling empowered and that you're not alone. And the busier we are, the more that we tend to buy into that we're alone and that people aren't going to understand us. And people do. There are other moms, there are other women out there that are feeling that, and that we all need to have that place that we can just be. So reach out, find your tribe.
And please, when you start with that community, please reach out to the Diamond Beauties, the
I
Diamond
will.
Beauties Facebook group, because I know there's a lot of ladies that would love to join. And you still owe me a challenge for the Diamond Beauties. Well, whenever you've got the right time to do that, please just do that. Because I knew when I met you the first day that there is a lot of beautiful, busy moms that is wanting, that is needing you, that needs your light of hope to be able to continue. And it will be amazing if you can also extend that meeting to the Diamond Beauties.
Absolutely, I will.
So, my beautiful Christine, can you tell us what is your golden nugget?
Other than the power, other than the power of and, for me, it is really about the power of possibility. And the power of possibility is just, um, there's always a way through. Whatever challenging situation you are going through, there's always another way. There's always a way to see it differently, to work it through, to try another thing. And that totally feeds in to the hope. But there's always, always a way.
I just got prompt to ask you this question. If you have a beautiful message for your husband and any other dads that is also bur- on their way to a burnout, what can that be?
I think just like moms, dads can also carry the weight of responsibility of their family. And whether that's providing financially, whether that's wanting to be the dad that's mentally and emotionally and physically present. Uh, and I think that they often forget to look after themselves too. And so, again, it's that the forgetting to look after yourself first. And and to all the dads out there that are feeling that way, speak to your wife, your partner, your buddy, someone that you can find something to do for yourself. And again, whether that's like for my husband, it's a physical activity, golfing, hockey, something like that that gets him physically active. And for some other people, it might be reading a book. For someone else, it might be like sitting somewhere and breathing. And again, you're not alone. And I think it's even harder for men to share those intimate feelings, right? Those things of feeling like they're not enough or um, they're not man enough because they're struggling. And again, challenging that societal norm. No, we need men that are willing to stand up and say, like, I'm struggling with this too. And the amount of respect that I have, and I know that I'm not the only woman that loves when a man is able to be transparent about what they're feeling and going through. You're not alone. You're not alone. And to find your own tribe, whether it is your spouse, whether it's a friend, whether it, whatever it is, um, do that. Reach out because you matter. You matter to your family.
I love it. I've got the gentlemen's group Tanzanite Euro, and there's not a lot of groups out there in the world for men, and
That's
but the
true.
men are starting to talking with each other, and how incredible! So I will definitely have give an extension to your husband to join
Okay.
Tanzanite Euro. So my beautiful Christine, I am going to play you a song that
Okay.
our beautiful Crystal Rose have introduced me to Rick Dowell. And I written this poem. He composed this poem and sang it for us. I was like blown away by his voice. I am. It's not going to start from the beginning, but unfortunately, I have to play it and then stop it and then go to the
Okay.
beginning. So just give me
Okay.
1 second.
Yeah.
Oh, it did start from the
Oh,
beginning.
In the diamond
No, it,
moments
I
of
don't know
love
why.
and diamond moments
I'm so sorry. Let me
warmth
try
of
and get it.
love and light.
Ah, it doesn't want to go to the. There you are.
Okay.
Moments of moving from there to here, between the stars and the moonlight's glare, capturing a glimpse of the light so rare, brightly shining, our hearts declare. Radiant hearts, you shine so bright in the diamond moments of love and light. In the warmth of the love we show, the golden glimpse of our diamonds glow. Kindness that we find, our hearts desire, the love we share in the radiant fire. Radiant hearts, you shine so bright in the diamond moments of love and light. Together we
Say, you are my radiant heart, my beautiful soul of a diamond. How was this song for you, my beautiful Christine?
I am so moved by it. Wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
I was
that was
so happy
amazing.
when I got somebody to sing it for me. And I told him what kind of music I want. The love story, that movie, the love story, that's
Yeah,
that kind of music. And he did
yeah.
it. He did it for me. Oh,
Amazing.
so my beautiful Christine, how was this experience being on the Soul of a Diamond TV show for
I don't
you?
know why I was so nervous. Oh, I just, Sinette, you're just so, yeah, from the first moment that we met, there's a connection there that um, you've just opened, um, you've helped open parts of me that I didn't even know were closed off, and really helping me to step into my own and to be able to really um, create a platform for me to share. And you hold all this possibility for people, and I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful for you, for this opportunity, for having you in my life. And you are definitely welcome here anytime. Anytime.
Wow, thank you. I've got tears in my eyes. So thank you, my beautiful, beautiful Christine. And I'm so proud of you. You said to me, Sanit, I don't know exactly what Soul of a Diamond is, but I want to be in. And you will come in, and I'm so thankful that you are here. And I know that you are not only being the beacon of hope for your family, but you are the beacon of hope for all the caretakers that's coming to your house, for all the friends visiting and friends that you are visiting, and then for your husband, your children. And not only for that, for every person that's going to read your story in Soul of a Diamond, for all the platforms or meetings and things that you're going to do to help people. So thank you for being that beacon of hope. Thank you for being an amazing, amazing soul. And I truly love you with all my heart. So, my beautiful diamond beauties, my beautiful Tanzanite heroes, and all the viewers on E360, we are finished. Our show is completed. Next week, we've got a reflection show. So that means the five ladies that came the last 5 weeks, Christine will be one of them, will come and tell us how the show was for them. And we will play all their commercials again. And almost season one is almost finished. We are embarking on season two. And I was
Wow.
thinking of doing a story on the Tanzanite heroes. So 30 gentlemen that can have a chapter in a book, and we will do the TV show, we will do the magazine for them as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So, first of all, I want to say, please remember, I am saying this for 3 years. Look after yourself. Smile often and keep on dancing.